Hey guys, this is your warning. We do post up spoilers. At times we're relatively offensive. We use vulgar language. So if you think that any of those are gonna offend you in any way, shape, or form, take your step back right now. Cause buddy, this is not the place for you. Anywho, have fun listening to us, and yeah, this has been your final warning.
We are back again for yet another disjointed and mindless episode of Cinematic Anarchy, and today we have...
Yep.
Miss B, and back again with us today, we have... Piper? Piper. There you are,
Hi.
Hey!
I don't know why I keep expecting you to announce yourself. We've tried that a few times, and...
Nope.
Just, I want to do that, I'm Chris, and this is... and we were supposed to do that whole thing, I'm Chris, and I'm... and it never happens.
Nope.
We just can't... We can't get that rhythm.
I'm Chris, and with us today is... Yep. Hi.
Well, what we should be doing is like, I'm Chris, and you should be going, I'm Nika, or Miss B, or whatever way you want to present yourself. But we never get that timing. The first time I tried that, I'm like, I'm Chris, and then I go over, like, over here, and she's just like, what do you want from me? What? You didn't tell me you were going to do this. Okay. That's just not how we do things. Fine.
Anywho.
Today,
Today we're going to talk about fucking Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine,
I'm Dr. Roxo.
Okay,
I like cocaine.
I tried to say cocaine, and I said, okay, cock. Anyway.
I perked up my ears.
It has been a long day. No pun intended. No pun intended. Talking about cock, go right to long day.
Oh my god. Anywho.
Very long. Anyway, moving on. We are going ahead, and we're talking about this fantastic film. The last film that our late, great Ray Liotta did.
Yep.
And Miss B, as I'm driving her over here today, was just realizing, wait a minute, yeah, that's right, he passed away, didn't he? She had to
fucking damn it.
She had to relive the death of Ray Liotta all over again when she realized that he died and he was in this film. It's like, this is the last film he did. Yeah.
He was working on another film when he died.
Yeah, but we're never going to see that. That's never going to see the light of day. This is the last film that he completed and got done. So, and we're going to go right into it. We're speeding because it's getting late in the day and there's all sorts of wet noise going on outside because of all the moisture. So, here we go. A quick synopsis. Inspired by the 1985 true story of a drug runner's plane crash, missing cocaine, and the black bear that ate it, this wild, dark comedy finds an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens converging in a Georgia forest where a 500-pound apex predator has ingested a staggering amount of cocaine and gone on a coke-fueled rampage for more blow and blood. There you go, blow and blood.
Yep.
Blow and blood. Anyway, just... That you know what that is right there? That is the perfect name for like a UFC cocaine crossover. Blow and blood. Right? No? Come on, blow and blood. Death matches, yeah, forget it. All right, I'm over your head.
My brain is going other places for blow and blood, buddy.
Blow and blood. Okay, well, I mean, we're not talking about that movie Teeth, so... Moving on. Anyway...
Oh no!
Okay. See, now I'm clearing my Next. Anyway. And, I realized that they didn't mention the preteens in there because those two little kids were not teens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that used the cocaine as mouthwash. Definitely not a teen.
Fucking just takes a massive bite out of a knife full of fucking cocaine.
Well, it serves him right because he's talking about all the cocaine he's done before to the little girl. She's like, okay, well, do some. All right, I will.
Hump.
Just chomps down on a mouthful of cocaine like a moron. Spits it out like some kid.
I expected his mouth to get cut.
Oh, good lord. He spit it out that quick.
Huh?
He spit it out that quick,
Yeah, but he put his mouth on a knife.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like
Not a butter knife, a knife.
I feel like what he put in his mouth was like an overdose size for him. Like, if he had actually swallowed that shit...
That's a lot, though.
I mean, it was in his mouth. I mean, he basically used it as mouthwash.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No.
You were talking about his face going numb and all sorts of other stuff.
Oh yeah, it should have.
I'm about to say he had the effects of it.
It definitely had the effects of it. I mean, he wasn't as affected as he could have been by it.
True.
You know. Like, if he had actually ingested that, we wouldn't have watched this movie. It would have been a completely different movie. Cocaine Kid, 10 seconds, call the ambulance. We good? Nah, he's not good. All right. So, I'm going to go off and say, I want to ask before we open any of this, of everything in this movie, top 2 scenes. Before we go and discuss the film at all. Top 2 scenes.
For me, the first one would be the bear taking a chunk out of that ranger's ass. That ranger was a scene stealer for me.
Oh yeah,
like she was great.
I mean, personally, my top scene is the whole ambulance chase scene.
That was my second one.
That's my top scene
all the way to the end of it.
Oh man, when she fucking shoots one of the kids in the head. Oops.
Right.
Did she say something like "not again" or something like that?
No, not again. Yeah, she had obviously done that before. I'm thinking she was a cop beforehand, and that's how she ended up as a ranger. No, we're going to put you somewhere where you can't shoot anybody. Well, they were wrong.
Yeah.
They were definitely wrong.
Just terrible aim.
My top
death might be the most brutal.
Probably the scrape face across the concrete. Oh yeah.
Yep.
And they showed it.
I know.
They showed it, which is like,
fucking
wow.
Hilarious.
Wow. I think my second favorite scene is probably one that nobody here would pick, but it's the one that made me laugh the hardest. And it's the guy, the cop, that goes out to the woods and everything. Before he goes to the woods, when he's still in the office, before he goes all the way down to, what was this, Georgia?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be in Georgia? Right.
It's all the way here.
Yeah. He is sitting at his desk, and he's talking to the people that gave him his dog. And he's like, I think you guys might have given me the wrong dog. Like, I had, signed up for this whole, man's best friend kind of dog. And the dog you gave me was just a little too, frilly. I don't know what this is. He's got this little fuzzy dog in his, and I'm thinking to myself, he's thinking he's getting a golden retriever or a lab or something. He's got this little dog in his, he shut it up in the bottom drawer of his desk. Just, you sitting there for a little bit. And he's got this little white mop of a dog. It looks like a little mop head with feet.
It was cute, though.
It was cute. And you can tell right now by the way I'm describing this dog. I don't know dog breeds.
Pomeranian or some shit.
I don't know dog breeds for shit.
I want to say it was a Shih Tzu.
Possibly.
Shih Tzu? It's possibly. Let's see.
Anywho.
You keep on while I'm looking up Shih Tzu.
Second favorite scene.
No, not a Shih Tzu. Second favorite scene for you guys, yes.
Ooh, the one where the cop shoots off that guy's fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Because that whole interaction was hilarious. I told you not to...
It's not a Shih Tzu, it's a Maltese.
Yep.
Maltese.
Little Maltese, that's what it is. Okay.
Those two fingers aren't even next to each other.
How did you do that? What? I want to know what hand gesture he was making to get those two. He shot two of my fingers off. What the hell happened? Those two fingers aren't even next to each other.
Right.
That would be the second scene for me.
I think that he might have been coming back from flipping somebody off, because then those two fingers come up.
No, he was reaching for his gun.
Reaching for his gun?
Yes.
I guess. I mean...
His hand was outstretched. I don't know.
What must have some blow off? The index and the ring finger?
The physics of getting two fingers shot off?
Yeah, it was the pointer finger and the ring finger.
Pointer and ring finger, yeah.
But when you're reaching, all three of your fingers are together.
Yeah.
Actually, 4. Because the only one away from those is your thumb.
Right?
Could have been.
I don't know. Physics are funny.
I don't know. He was doing something with his middle finger he wasn't supposed to be doing. We don't know. He went and scratching something.
That's the only finger that got saved.
Right? I can flip you off, but it doesn't mean anything anymore because it's not in the middle of anything. It's just there.
Claw.
My finger in the middle of the two nubs that I used to have for fingers,
Well, his buddy fucking put the fingers in his pocket. Right. Tried to save him.
Just
yeah.
No. You don't put your if you're dealing with a bear, you don't put two bloody nubs in your pocket.
Hey man, the bear's
What's wrong with
interested
you?
in the cocaine.
He is, but he's also
at that point that bear was interested in sleep.
My apologies. I misgendered the bear.
You did.
I misgendered the fucking bear.
It's like as soon as I noticed, I was like, this damn thing's a female. Her nipples are huge.
I like that opening scene where he's just like fucking headbutting the tree. He's like, I think that bear's demented. Yeah, a little bit, and then he hands the camera over to his girlfriend. All she sees is just scratching. And like, no, he's nice.
At that point, she reminded me of Baloo from the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
The animated one.
My first thought, that opening scene, they're having that argument back and forth. He says, well, if it's a black bear, you stand and fight. If it's a brown bear, you lay down. What kind of bear is it? I don't know. It looks brown. It looks black. It's a black bear. No, it looks brown. And they're having an argument about what they should do, fight or flight.
We gotta fight the bear. Fuck that!
Fuck that. No, don't run. They're gone.
Yeah, no, my second favorite scene was this one where the guy, the ranger dude, fucking, did you feed that bear cocaine? No, we didn't. It was just there. And then fucking,
when they're up in the
she's about
trees?
to maul the kid, smells the cocaine and runs after him, fucking pulls off a leg and he drops on his head.
I want to know, was he supposed to be a ranger as well?
He used to be, or I think he's some kind of park ranger.
Or a park guide, maybe?
Something like that.
Right.
Isn't that the one that the female ranger had a crush on?
Yeah.
Right, but the guy that she had a crush on him, but even here it was obvious that he was gay. It was blatantly obvious.
No, you never know.
Like, honey, we both like dick.
I'm sorry. The second he tied that little scarf off, he kind of gave a heterosexual. He kind of gave a heterosexual vibe up until he tied the scarf off, and then it was like, oh, yep, okay. She didn't see it because she had a crush on him.
Out of the 3 teenagers or bad kids, it's the gay one who did survive.
Right.
And I was like, you're the most annoying one.
Those are my boys.
We were looking it up.
And it flashes back to a picture of them sitting on a couch. One's head's fucking off, the other one blown out.
They're all like, you know, like that scene. It felt like it was emulating something from Idle Hands.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You've seen Idle Hands? I'm just mentioning all sorts of movies you've never seen before.
It's got Seth Green,
it's okay.
the kid that plays Foggy in Daredevil.
Yeah.
Wait, which Daredevil?
The show.
Jessica Alba.
I haven't watched all the show.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, well,
I need to finish that and Punisher.
He's been in like every episode of the Daredevil TV show. He's his right hand man, you know.
Foggy.
It's probably been about 5 years or so since I even touched watching like the first 3 episodes of Daredevil.
No, my wonder they're bringing it back. They're bringing Daredevil back for
well, they're bringing him back for MCU because he was also in She-Hulk.
But I want to know if they're going to be bringing back, you know, the other characters, or it's just him being transferred into the universe.
I don't know.
Well, John Berthel is also coming back as the Punisher for the MCU.
Yes!
They needed him back. They didn't do enough with that character before it disappeared.
I fucking
I
love
agree.
Frank Castle. I think he's probably the best Frank Castle. I
agree.
I like Thomas Jane.
Thomas Jane was good,
but they made that movie too campy. It was way too campy.
Yeah, but John Berthel just has this edge to him that seems more like the Punisher character.
Yeah, I think Thomas Jane just had too much of a soft side to him. Mm-hmm. Like, he just seemed upset. Not Punisher angry, but just upset.
It's like John Berthel had plenty of practice for this, from playing Shane in The Walking Dead to being in the movie Fury.
Like, Thomas Jane going through the original Punisher movie, you didn't feel vengeance from him. You just felt, I've got a gun, and what you did to me was very inconvenient. It was very inconvenient. You know? So, there was no real revenge. It's just like, I really didn't like that. It was very inconvenient for me. And I'm going to have to kill you now.
That was very naughty.
Okay. Stand still. I'm going to spank you with this gun. Ready? Okay. Thomas Jane doesn't give a vengeful vibe off.
Hell, Ben Affleck gave a better vengeful vibe in Daredevil than Thomas Jane in Punisher.
I mean, in all honesty, Nick Cage gave off a better vengeful vibe in friggin' And I don't like him in those movies, the Ghost Rider films.
No.
I just... No. All right? He felt more vengeful in Willy's Wonder World than Thomas Jane did.
Willy's Wonder is a good movie.
That was real. That was a fantastic film. That was funny as hell. And it's probably, right now, as bad as it sounds, it stands up there with like my top 3 Nick Cage movies.
My top one will probably always be Raising Arizona.
Raising Arizona's up. Oh, okay. So Raising Arizona's up there, I would say, is number 2 for me. Number 1 was The Rock.
I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, you have to see The Rock. He is completely out of his element playing like, I want to say he's like an FBI or CIA agent in that film, alongside of Sean Connery. And Ed Harris plays the main villain.
There's a movie he did not too long ago, and it's like almost like a guy who's getting psychic vision and trying to save this woman, and it was really good.
Is that okay? Mandy? No. You're. There's a lot of different films that he's done recently, like Colorado Space, Mandy. Oh God, I can't remember this other film that I watched with him in it. I've watched entirely too many Nicolas Cage movies with you.
Yeah, I'm over Nicolas Cage.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm not even going to engage in Nicolas Cage.
Okay, well, now that you said that, we're picking out a Nick Cage movie to watch.
Fuck off.
Well, when we get a chance to do Renfield...
She's not going to engage with the cage.
Thank you.
If we get a chance to do Renfield, we're going to do Renfield. Okay. I won't make you watch the old stuff, but Renfield. We're going to sit down and we're going to review that one episode of a skit comedy that he did with Crispin Glover back in the 80s. That's what we're going to review. Because that was some mess. We're not even talking about this movie here.
No, we're not.
We're not. And you're looking up the movie you were thinking of. You're like over here.
What? Is it Mandy?
Mandy.
Nope.
No? Not at all.
Yes.
Mandy.
Yes, it was.
I was going to say, you said Psychic Visions. That's the first thing that came to my head. Outside of that really weird Knowing movie, which was horrible.
It was Mandy.
Mandy, okay.
I actually thought Mandy was really good.
Don't watch Knowing. If you ever get a chance to sit down and view Knowing, burn the TV. Anyway, moving on. Cocaine Bear, based off of a true story. So the fact that this is based off of a true story just in general, I don't ever want to meet a bear on cocaine.
I don't want to meet a bear, period.
But this makes it look fun.
Right?
Right? Like, not fun to be part of, but maybe just to kind of outside observe. Like, I would love to be the guy standing on the side of the road watching the bear chase the ambulance down and dive into the back, and I'm just watching it from a distance like,
okay,
well, I'm going to write a movie about this shit.
Right?
I want to be watching it with a telescope so I can have a lot of distance.
Right, a lot of distance. I'm going to stand back here and like, you go and you die. I'll be over here, bye.
Yep.
It's funny, the male EMT
yeah
is a guy I've watched plenty on like Facebook, and like because he does a lot of shorts about like people at jobs, like he did one about the Karen, like, I'm never coming back here. That's fine. I don't need you here.
Yep.
Your name is not on my paycheck.
It's like, yeah, no. I am a firm believer in 95% of the time the customer is not usually correct.
Facts.
Yeah, but companies don't want you to think that.
Oh God, I don't care what the company thinks. I really don't. I just my thing is that, like, I think that in general corporations have given too much power to the consumers because they sell such shitty products 90% of the time to the general American public. They feel, okay, well, the customer is always correct because as long as we placate them, they'll shut up about the fact that we just gave them a whole bunch of crap to take out of the store.
Yeah.
You know? So we're playing the customer is always correct, basically, so that we don't have to deal with the fact that our company's shit. This is shit.
Facts.
Look, you know, we paid these people subpar money, and we employed these people to make things with subpar materials so that you would buy it for an exorbitant price. And we realize that you're upset because you bought this thing that is defective for an exorbitant price, and so we're going to trade you out something that is still defective but won't break immediately, so that we can get you to leave the store after you have verbally berated and abused everyone here, and then we're going to tell our employees we are paying you this little so that you have to deal with that much shit.
Because fuck you.
Because the customer is always correct. No. They are not. But thank you for that. I appreciate that.
This is why I never bitch at the people behind the counter. Like,
Oh, good
if
Lord.
I'm bitching about something, I always reiterate it with, I'm not mad at you.
Right?
You don't make these things. You don't make the prices. I was
Were
like, I'm mad at what has happened with this item.
Were either of you guys around, and this is going to sound weird because I'm an old fuck. Were either of you guys around when smiles were actually part of the McDonald's menu?
Ew.
Basically, you could, for free, you could ask, I want a smile. Basically order that
Ew.
off the menu, and they were required to
Ew.
smile for the customer.
I hate
Okay,
it.
see, and nowadays it's like, you're going to get your ass kicked by telling some woman, you would look so much better if you just smiled.
Ew!
And you would look so much better if you would firmly wedge the heel that I've just placed where the sun don't shine out. But right now you've got a grimace on your face and you look
if I
horrible.
shove this diamond dorsal fin up your butt.
Yep.
Call back to another episode. Call back. Anyway, that's good comedy. You got to call back. Now, that'll only make sense if you listen to the last episode. You want to know about the diamond dorsal fin? Listen to the last episode. That's not on this episode. If you keep listening, you won't get a clue. None.
Do the thing!
Do the thing. You didn't listen to the last episode. Go the fuck back. What are you doing? We're kind of talking about Cocaine Bear a little.
Right? We got it
little.
playing in the
Back there.
background. I'm like paying attention to it.
It's like we're watching Cocaine Bear while not talking about it
Right?
at all. Right now, this Cocaine Bear is literally standing on the EM. I thought the EMT was dead here. I thought he was dead.
No.
I really
He
did.
should have been dead a while back.
What the fuck is this guy's name in this? I want to...
Tom?
Tom the EMT?
Yep,
Is that Tom the EMT?
Yep.
Tom is currently pinned under a door.
I knew I had seen him before, and then you mentioned him.
Yeah.
Tom.
He did a great acting job, though.
Yeah.
Like, he was really good in this.
Yeah, he fucking nailed it.
I mean, he really hasn't been in a lot. He just does a lot of short things, and he has the whole IKEA series that he does.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
somebody I've only seen in shorts or that he does, like,
Yeah, the TikTok
that are like
videos.
just a green screen behind him. It's like, and then it's like, then I saw him in this. I was like, wow, go you.
Right?
think
No,
it's
I
him
really
and
feel
Scott.
like they should cast him in more like just outrageous comedies.
Absolutely.
Like, he is fantastic.
His name
in
is
this.
Scott Seiss.
Just, yes, the panic in his eyes when he bolts out of there and runs. Just the panic.
He's
I
known
love
for
the
his
face.
viral angry retail guy stuff.
Yep.
That's what it's called, angry retail guy.
And well, now he's angry EMT guy getting shot by park ranger woman. Or shot at. He's like, what are you doing? Are you shooting at me?
Shoot
Are
the
you
bear,
shooting?
Shoot the bear!
And then the bear comes up. Wait, no, okay, keep shooting. Shoot the bear, shoot the bear. Oh, boy. No, honestly, he's probably my favorite part of this movie overall.
Yeah.
Like, just that scene, the ambulance chase scene, was the fucking best. Past that, like, I can't really... It's one of those movies where you can't just pick out a fucking scene.
Yeah.
It's one of those
I
movies
won't-
where you... Huh?
Kaeyeon Kim, who's the female paramedic,
Yes.
she did a great job too.
Just
Like,
the
I'd never seen
paramedics
her
in
in
general.
anything.
I felt
Like,
so
the
bad that
paramedics were like scene stealers for the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, for the part of the movie that they were involved in anyway.
But it's like, when you think about the movie, that's probably like the main like action part of the movie that you think about.
Well, I think that they were featured prominently in the trailers and everything. So
Yeah,
you're waiting
they
for
were.
what's going on with the EMTs the entire movie, and then it happens, and it's so much better than they presented in the trailers.
Facts.
Which is an actual problem with a lot of movies nowadays.
A lot
of movies will put the best parts in the trailers, and then the rest of the movie is not living up to those.
They use the best parts in the trailers, and then you watch the movie, and it's like, I expected more.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's where the last film that we reviewed was Knock at the Cabin. I think that's where Knock at the Cabin fell off, is they used all of the things that would have been considered the intense moments for that film
Yep.
in the trailer, and
They spoiled
then
it for themselves.
and then you watch the film, and it's like all the other stuff is just the low-key moments.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Well, I mean that stuff happened with going back to like Marvel movies, Elektra.
true. I didn't like that movie. Do not
I mean,
mention.
I like the movie. But I think it was long and drawn out. It was like really long. It's like you have all these you have some good fight sequences and all this other stuff, but then you just have a whole lot of expedition or whatever going through the whole thing, which kind of brings it down to a low key. It didn't have a good pacing.
I think that Jennifer Garner in general could have had a good career in action films if not for that movie. If you,
I was about to say, because she was great in Peppermint.
I was going to say, if you watch Peppermint, she was fucking fantastic in that. But I think because of that film and how badly it did and how badly her position in Daredevil was, the fact that she basically starred in 2 fairly big budget, critically trashed flops, they didn't trust her to do action films for a long time. And so she got pigeonholed in like dramas and romantic comedies. And in all honesty, if you watch Peppermint, I don't know if you've seen it, but that was a really good movie that both showed her dramatic chops, but showed she is great as a vengeful, basically vigilante.
Yeah.
And
Let's just say she was like in Peppermint. She's basically the Punisher on crack.
Yeah, she's basically the female version of the Punisher in that. It was. I would say that there's a movie.
Kate was the female Punisher.
I can't remember the name of the film like off the top of my head, but there was a movie with Jodie Foster a little while back that kind of went along the same vibe. And I think she kind of channeled a lot of that Jodie Foster like woman on a vengeful streak kind of thing. She was a mom that lost her daughter and her husband due to gang violence at a fair. And she went on a whole vengeance streak after the whole gang. It was, if you get a chance, I might even have a copy of it here somewhere. But
I'll look it up.
Watch it.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's amazing. It's amazing. But it's like, but I can honestly say, like Jennifer Garner, I don't think she wanted to do the Elektra movie, especially after seeing the script. But she was already contracted. She was already contracted to do Daredevil and then Elektra.
Okay, before we move on to our sponsorship portion of the podcast, that little dip in between, does anybody else have anything to say about our bear with the white mustache? And, of course, the babies that are also all cracked out.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
There you go. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
This is Two Chicks Talking Flicks, where we review movies. We try to dig deeper and go more in depth.
Profound for me.
Yeah, for me, I'm just like, what? We even bring up relevant topics.
I remember from Punky Brewster that you don't go inside the fridge.
And we're here to have those tough conversations. Mm-hmm.
And she was wearing a white dress, which
was yellow.
Huh?
It was yellow. So if this sounds like the podcast for you, please enjoy. New episodes every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Matt.
We are the hosts of the Strange and Beautiful Book Club. On the Strange and Beautiful Book Club, Matt and I share our adventures discovering forgotten movies, television shows, and books in the science fiction, horror, and fantasy genre.
Not necessarily good movies, though.
Oh, certainly not. We love a good, bad movie. The quirkier, the funnier, the more campy, the better.
But we talk about some classics, too.
Of course, we can't ignore our favorites like Highlander or the 1990s vampire cop television show, Forever Night, which we are currently covering one episode at a time.
As if I could forget.
Oh, hush. You love every minute of it.
Come join us every week as we discover, discuss, and dissect fantasy, horror, and sci-fi genre classics. New episodes release every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
So remember, sometimes the strangest things are the most beautiful, too.
So be who you are and love what you love. Until next time, friends.
Bye!
All right, we're back from letting those people that were there in the middle of our podcast yammer to promote themselves. No, we love them. We love them.
We love you.
We love you. We love you. I know the permanent person there is the Two Chicks Talking Flicks podcast, and we constantly work with Sarah, and we love having her on. She's going to be on a lot more this season. You good? Wow, that was loud. That was Remember, like, certain things do carry over that microphone, and you inhaling that hard.
I'm sorry.
Wow. It's like you were just... Okay, anyway.
I'm like the Sanderson sisters. I suck the souls out of children.
Yeah.
Here. Jesus. As long as it's just the cocaine doing children from this movie, we're good. Just... They've already lost their souls. They're just getting the cocaine up in the teeth there on the gums. I'm good right here.
Cocaine mouthwash.
Cocaine mouthwash, yes. It's like, All right, moving on. We are going to go ahead and do our pitch storm, and we've picked our 2 actors for this film. Miss Piper has picked Jennifer Garner and...
Idris Elba.
You're going to say it because I keep going Idris Elba. Idris.
Idris Elba.
Idris. And our pitch: the best hacker in the world struggles with the bleak reality of life in the big city. And what we didn't get to use with our last podcast, we have director's notes.
Uh-huh.
And the director's notes is, we need to cast Donald Trump as the protagonist. Sorry. So, the protagonist of our film, the best hacker in the world, is Donald Trump.
I'm pretty sure his main line is going to be
Donald. Now, that being said, we don't need to make Idris Elba the protagonist. We don't. However, if we're going to make Donald Trump the protagonist in the film as the best hacker in the world, that's the best that I can do for Donald Trump, because I suck at Donald Trump impressions, I feel Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
Because he has accurately done Donald Trump several times.
I fucks with it.
And this is going to be like a hardcore spoof comedy.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, it has to be.
I say Donald Trump falls out as the President of the United States. And he has decided...
Jennifer Garner can play fucking Melania.
Jennifer Garner as Melania. I could actually see that. Right? I really could. Jennifer Garner as Melania, Alec Baldwin as Donald Trump. I'm picturing he accidentally falls into, like, he's trying to get, like, top secret documents.
Yeah.
You know? And he accidentally falls into a government website and he thinks he's hacked their systems. When in actuality, like, some idiot on the other end maybe forgot to, like, remove his permissions to access the site, and he didn't think he had it anymore, but he was frustrated and he's trying to get in there and get shit he shouldn't have. And so he thinks he's the best hacker in the world.
Yeah.
He thinks. He isn't. He isn't.
He thinks he's the best hacker, but it's only because of a fuck up at the White House that he thinks it.
And so I feel like he's been ousted by New York. They won't let him live there anymore. They won't let him do shit there anymore. And Mar-a-Lago has decided, we don't want you here anymore. So now he ends up in Detroit, in a rundown building, which he's had people take his letters from Trump Tower and hang them on this rundown, destroyed building with burnt-out windows, boarded up and everything. And you just see Trump Tower on this massive, just gutted, urban decay brick building.
I fucks with it.
This is the new Trump Tower. Whereas it's also the headquarters of his crack team of hackers.
Okay.
All of them have to be disgraced former politicians. So you have all sorts of disgraced former politicians and friends of Donald Trump that are his buddies. It's like...
I want Danny DeVito to play Rudy Giuliani.
Danny DeVito.
Who's going to play Hillary Clinton?
No, disgraced former politicians. Hillary Clinton can be played by Amy Poehler.
Ha!
Amy Poehler playing Hillary Clinton. We bring back what's her name? The one that was constantly playing Sarah Palin. Tina Fey.
Yep.
Tina Fey is Sarah Palin. They're all this, like, part of this, Ocean's 13 version of his hacker team. Basically, so basically, he's just surrounded. We have to have Mike Pence. We have to have Mike Pence, and I think Mike Pence should be. Bear with me for a minute.
Okay.
He needs to have his hair cut short, bleached white, and have it slicked back kind of like, you know how Spike was in Buffy?
Yeah.
But I think that the guy that should play Mike Pence is Will Ferrell. Just this tall, uber Christian kind of guy that he's there, but he's always like his wife is the bulldog. So his wife is the bulldog. He is just mother. He calls her mother constantly, and I feel like that's Will Ferrell right there. We got to get him bleached blonde, like Billy Idol style, with his hair slicked back, looking like Mike Pence.
Okay.
Right. I feel like that would work for him, but I need the bulldog that is his wife, and I think, and I can't. I'm gonna look up the name. Well, maybe I'm not gonna look up the name. We got the Cocaine Bear stuff right here, right?
Yeah, right.
Do anybody have the names up? The woman that played the Ranger in this should play Mother.
Hang on.
His wife. You're looking it up.
Yep, her name is Margot Martindale.
Margot Martindale as his wife. Basically, the bulldog that speaks for him.
Oh, they did a whole fucking like running joke about Margot Martindale on BoJack Horseman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
it's just so funny watching her in Cocaine Bear. The very first thing I ever saw her was as Hannah Montana's grandmother in Hannah Montana, the movie.
Yeah.
I'm running around with this, guys. You knock me down, throw some stuff in there.
I fucks with it.
I know, but you got to fucks with it with a little bit more verbiage. You got to add to it. Don't just fucks with it.
I don't know a lot of political figures.
Well, we don't have to do any more political figures. You can throw Ted Cruz in there too if you want.
Oh my God!
Just throw Ted Cruz in there. Ted Cruz, come on.
Who's gonna play AOC?
AOC.
She's got to be dim-witted and have to backtrack on everything she says.
What's her name from The Office? Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey
Plaza.
Yeah.
AOC. AOC played by Aubrey Plaza.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But these are disgraced former. So we got to make her a disgraced politician. She's the vice president. Turns out that she was working on their side the entire time. The entire time she was a Republican.
I guess the whole time, like, she's been playing dim-witted and backtracking on things because she has to backtrack. It's like, all of a sudden, she's actually a mastermind behind everything.
She's like the mastermind. She's like, I wasn't actually dim-witted. I was just fucking their shit up.
Yep. Yep.
I can see that.
I'm a sleeper agent for the Republican Party.
I can see that. Okay. Michael Cohen. You got Michael Cohen, too.
Yeah.
Who can we make Michael Cohen?
I don't know.
Oh,
hang on.
Andy Garcia.
Oh, my God. Yes.
I mean, if you have some other names, I'm just throwing things out there. My brain's trying to rattle off shit as fast as I think about it. But
I think we're set on cast.
Okay, we're set on cast. So he's the best hacker in the world, but he's also trying to deal with the struggles, with the bleak reality of struggles in real life in the big city, right? Which would work in Detroit in a burnt-out building, because that struggle's right there.
Yeah.
You turn on the faucet and you might be, you could light the water on fire, from what I'm hearing. It's toxic water, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
There's some toxicity in the water over in Detroit.
Some Flint,
Michigan. Flint, Michigan, right? Yeah.
So whenever you go there, buy bottled water.
You want to buy bottled water. You need one of those water coolers. Just have Poland Springs shipped in, right?
Yep.
No, but it's not Poland Springs, it's Russian Springs.
Ha!
Russians got the best water anywhere.
All the snow, it's so clean.
He's having bottled water shipped in, and like every once in a, this is a running gag throughout the film. He's having bottled water shipped in, but every time that the truck pulls up in front of the place, right, it's this big thing, Russian Springs, big truck, and every time it pulls up in front of the place, like a group of people rob the truck and take all the water.
Except it's not actually water; it's vodka.
Right.
Yes.
This water, it's nice and spicy.
Vodka.
Spicy water. It's very good. I know the water tastes a little. It's okay. I know the water tastes a little strong right now. It burns going down, but after a few sips, you'll be fine. You won't worry about it. It's good. Keep drinking.
They never get sick because why?
It's also why he thinks he's the best hacker in the world, because the water. Well, there's something in the water. You know. But it's watered down vodka.
There must be something in the water.
It's watered down vodka.
Where does Idris Elba fit in?
Okay, I think Idris Elba...
Head of the FBI.
Head of the FBI?
Head of the FBI.
Donald Trump somehow keeps keeps fumbling in to the government databases. So he keeps hacking into like the CIA and the FBI database. He's somehow hacked into the Pentagon, Quantico, all sorts of fucking places.
And he's running around the fucking FBI buildings on some fucking like Gordon Ramsay shit. What the fuck? How the fuck does this fucking goddamn soggy piece of lettuce keep getting into our system?
Why is Horseface still my password? Anyway. What is that? The woman, the porn star that he's constantly...
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy Daniels. He calls her Stormy Horseface Daniels.
Oh my god.
It's his password for everything. Stormy Horseface Daniels. No, that's a term of endearment. That's what I used to call her. You know, in bed she'd just be yelling at me. Call me Horseface! Call me Horseface! You know, I don't...
It's like, that's never been in any of her movies, so that's a secret.
No.
That's a secret fetish.
No. Stormy Daniels has to be the only one that we actually hire her to play her.
Yes.
Little bit of vindication. Like, she's the only person that gets to be her in the film.
She does actually have good acting chops.
Yeah, I mean, you have to sleep with all the duds she did. Anyway, you gotta act your way.
You don't have to be a good actress in porn. You just gotta be loud.
Right? Well, I mean, I
I've
imagine
seen her in some things, she's actually got some good acting chops. Kind of like Sasha Grey.
Yeah. What's her name? Tori. No, not Tori. Tracy. Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
Went on to become a legitimate actress. She's been in a lot of stuff. I mean, Crybaby. Yeah. Come on. Crybaby. Come on, you've seen Crybaby.
Yeah.
No.
You have not seen Cry... Oh, you know, we're gonna have to watch some of these. Like, just Piper, sit down, watch this film. Come on, Johnny Depp in Crybaby. That you have to watch.
Yum.
That. Johnny Depp and a pre-Slim Fast Ricky Lake.
Yes.
Yes.
Pre-Slim Fast.
Well, Ricky Lake had the Oprah Winfrey thing for a while, where her weight went up and down, up and down, up and down. But
yeah, and now she's kind of stable.
Hey, I got nothing against people that got a little weight, because I got a little weight right here. I am post Slim Fast.
I lost 110 pounds.
Oh, you lost.
Nice.
You lost most of me. No, I'm just saying. Like back when I was a teen, I was like $155. I was a fucking rail, and then at some point along the way, I met myself, added myself to myself, and now I'm twice the man I used to be. So. And
that 3 times
I'm constantly trying to get rid of my twin, like he's just hovering right here. You know?
I used to say, like, there's a skinny woman inside me dying to get out, but I shut that bitch up with chocolate.
That's right. Okay, there you go. I would, if chocolate was just the thing, I would be fine. But no, it was just. I just kept putting food in my mouth until there was silence.
See, I'm not a fan of a lot of sweet. I just like a lot of savory foods.
Yeah, me too. I used to fucking eat all kinds of everything sugary, and now my stomach just can't fucking handle it.
I think my downfall has been pasta. Pasta was my downfall.
Pasta's delicious.
It's delicious, but it's also, probably the reason for these big old love handles.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Due to carbs breaking down the sugar, I can't really have pasta anymore. So it's like when I want stir fry, cauliflower rice is the way I go.
I call them love handles, but they're like more like love massive meat hooks. Okay. Anyway, so dealing with struggles. So Idris Elba is the one smart guy in the entire film. So this is everything over here with our bumbling hacker crew in the burnt out Detroit building, which is now Trump Tower, right? Melania, who's constantly sneaking out in the middle of the night, like he passes out next to her without doing anything, and she just kind of sneaks out in the middle of the night, and she's actually feeding information to Idris Elba.
Yes!
Idris Elba.
Yeah, I was about to say, that could be her secret lover.
Yes!
Her secret. So he's basically seduced her to get information on him.
Yep.
And it's like, well, I didn't really actually have to ask her for anything. She just gets really fucking talkative after good sex. I don't know anything about that. She's usually pretty quiet around me.
It's like
I said after good sex.
Idris isn't using her. He actually does, like, love her. It's just one of those things. It's also beneficial for him.
Right. It just turns out that she's just really talkative once she's had good sex.
Really good sex.
And he's just like, she's never been like that around me. She's always quiet. Well, there you go. That's my point.
It's like, it's one of those things. She's oblivious to the fact that she's given all this information out. So candidly. It's just, she likes to talk after good sex.
Yep.
She likes to talk after good sex, and she continues to talk in her sleep. That's when the dirty shit comes out, the deep, dark secrets. She falls asleep and all of it comes out.
Have her sleepwalk too, and then she just goes to a computer, types in stuff. And brings up information there.
People keep complaining. People keep complaining about the fact he's got all these lawsuits and about Stormy Daniels and everything, but nobody actually knows. I knew about the whole thing. It was a 3-way.
She had to have a 3-way just to get some pleasure.
It was a 3-way because she needed somebody else in the bedroom that knew what they were doing. And why not a porn star? You know.
Fuck it.
We're both similar. We both have long faces.
Right. Just, why the long face? And then she just points over at Trump.
Her nickname is Horseface. I am Donkey.
Donkey. Why am I just picturing just Alec Baldwin? Donkey. Just in the middle.
I did too.
Horseface and Donkey. Get into my swamp. Because, swamp ass. I imagine he's had to have some at some point just doing golf. You know?
Yeah.
All right. So what is the point to the film, though? I mean, is it just going to be a series of skits? Like these people just bumbling into crimes? Like they know they're trying to do crimes and they bumble into them successfully?
Maybe they bumble into like one big crime. And that's the reason, like, Jennifer Garner's done spilled some beans about a bigger thing going on. And that's why Idris is getting involved.
Donald was sitting down with his friends one day, and they were all sitting here. They were trying to get in. They were trying to get into the Pentagon. They were trying to get the. They were trying to get the menu or something stupid. Just like they were trying to get in to see what they're feeding. She has to be
stupid too. She doesn't call it a Pentagon. She calls it like an octagon, hexagon, something.
Yes, it's not a pentagon. It's a hexagon over here. It's quadrilateral. I don't know what this is. It's she doesn't say it like wrong. She says something far more complicated than what it actually was. You know. Yeah. It's like, no, it's called the Pentagon. So simple. I don't understand. That's so easy. Like I want to say that like she has read the dictionary for the most complicated words to use for certain things, but she always uses them the wrong way.
It's like, bitch, we need to get you a thesaurus.
It's like, no, I don't think that's... I don't think that word means what you think it means.
It's like, we need to get you a thesaurus. She's like, don't be idiotic. They are extinct.
He's always saying he knows all the best words, and I wanted to make sure that I knew better words than his best words, so I study the dictionary. And I find all the best words. He knows none of the best words. I know all the best words. I have the best words. He does not have the best words. It is me. And I was like, well, I'll give you. You know some pretty damn good words, but you don't know how to use them. Just...
At some point, they got
words by the mouth. That's how you use them.
You need to go read the definitions. You studied the words, fine. You just forgot to read the definitions that go along with it. But all the definitions, they're small words. The big words are what I want to do. Yes, but the small words explain the big words. Okay.
But that takes too much time. I need to know big words fast.
I want to say, I want to have this whole thing where they're trying to explain, because like during Donald Trump's presidency, they kept wondering where Melania was going off to and why she kept disappearing and so on and so forth. And she goes into this whole explanation with Idris that she never disappeared, not even once. She's always been there, but what she looks like right now is not how she looks in real life. She goes, you got to remove the wig and the makeup and the eyelashes and all this stuff.
Oh God, who plays her dumbed down?
Michael Cera.
I guess.
Oh my God.
but she's not dying.
Well,
You forgot to add your death character.
okay, we forgot to add the death character. Huh. Well, who can we make Michael Cera into in this?
An assistant.
Yeah, right? One of the assistants for Donald Trump.
Just some random assistant. Just some guy. He's like the
He
gopher
falls
for
off
everything.
Yeah.
And
He
then one
falls
day
off a Trump tower trying to do something.
He's the fucking coffee runner.
he's the guy
Yes.
that every king, because he's the guy that every king would always have by his side
The
to
jester.
test the food.
Ah!
So he's kind of like the gopher. He goes for everything, and then one day he goes to test the food and dies on the spot. Just dies on the spot.
Because it was for Donald Trump.
And Donald just goes, "Oh, that part must have gone bad. Hey, Ted, you want to eat this?" Just,
Nobody died. It's fake news.
I want to say that we're going to make Michael Cera last the entire movie. The entire movie. One of the end scenes of the film is the poisoned sandwich, right? And he is literally, they're all sitting around, and Michael Cera dies first, and he's like, "Whoa," he goes, that part must have been bad, and he just starts passing it around to people.
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, no, you should try this. I think this might have gone bad. Yeah, it looks like it might have been bad," and then the guy eats it, and he drops dead. And it just goes around the entire table till it gets back to Donald Trump, and he's just like, he goes, "You know,
I don't think he was bad.
I think that half was bad. This half is good," and he eats, and he
And
just
then he
walks
dies?
away. No, he just walks out.
After everybody's... You know what? You should have Melania or Jennifer Garner walking out after thinking that everybody's dead. Just like that slow-mo walk with the hair just like flipping and like the hips just moving.
Idris Elba has been trying to poison him for years, like some kind of CIA assassination plot.
Whoa.
It's like Idris is parked outside in a nice car and she walks into it.
Yeah.
Right? And so the end scene is them like in like some black paneled CIA van, and he's like, "Every other week I try to poison this guy, and every week he eats the food and he's fine."
Yeah.
And then this one time it poisoned everybody. So every time you see him like, you know, poisoning different types of food that Donald Trump has eaten throughout the entire movie. Like, that's in the entire closing things, him being frustrated by everything that he's tried to poison to kill Donald Trump, and he always survives every single time. And even this time, he walks out. He kills his entire crew, but he walks out.
Yep.
Having survived the poison.
You know what? He walks after Melania gets in the car, and then Trump walks out. That's when he like floors it and hits him with the car.
Melania walks into the car looking like she does after everything's been removed, though, so he doesn't recognize her. He only recognizes her as Melania, not her after, or not her pre-makeup and dress-up procedure.
But Idris has seen her in her natural form the whole time.
Oh God, I know who I want. I want to play Melania, and I've got to find the name. I'm gonna find the name before we go, so you guys talk amongst yourselves.
I thought we were having Jennifer Garner play Melania.
Jennifer Garner plays
Melania
Melania dressed up. But there's a woman. She's been in like. Have you ever seen Last Man on Earth?
Make her look like Toni Collette.
No. I'm going completely different. And you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Kristen Shaw.
Kristen Shaw. I think that she should be
She was-
Kristen
yes!
Shaw.
Are we looking at the same person?
Yes, we're looking at the
Kristen
same
Isn't
thing.
she the fucking voice of Louise Belcher?
I believe so. Yes.
She was also in that movie with Dave Bautista where he was playing a spy or something, and like
My Spy or
kid.
something like that. I think, but I feel like she is the pre-dress up Melania Trump, and then Melania. But the entire film, Jennifer Garner doesn't get to talk. She gets Kristen Shaw. Her voice comes through Jennifer Garner's mouth. It's dubbed over, and she's trying to do a Melania accent.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's just funny.
Or we could do it another way, where only occasionally she lets the actual voice slip. Like, it's like a joke where occasionally she lets the voice slip and Donald's just like, "What?" And she goes back to the Melania voice. So the Kristen voice is underneath there, but she's pretending. So.
Oh my God.
So I think like that. I think that's probably the best way to go about that. Oh, you really need to go, don't you?
I'm in pain.
You want to call us out here? You want to do the drink some water?
Drink some fucking water, you thirsty, crampy bitches.
Thirsty, crampy bitches.
I fucking hate being a chick.
Can I drink the water without the cramps, please?
Well,
I don't want the cramps. No.